What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your mindset? In Unfuck Yourself, Get Out of Your Head and Into Your Life *, Gary John Bishop delivers a no-nonsense guide to breaking free from self-imposed limitations and taking control of your destiny. Through practical advice and tough love, Bishop challenges us to confront the inner barriers holding us back and to embrace a life of action, resilience, and purpose. This is the story of how I confronted my inner critic, changed my thinking, and started taking bold steps to create the life I always imagined. Bishop begins by challenging the idea that we are defined by our thoughts. He argues that our thoughts don't control us. Instead, it's the actions we take in response to those thoughts that shape our lives. Negative thinking doesn't have to hold us back unless we let it, and we have the power to distance ourselves from unhelpful mental chatter. I started observing my inner dialogue more critically, recognizing how often I allowed self-doubt and negativity to dictate my choices. Bishop's message helped me see that these thoughts were just noise, not reality. By choosing to act in alignment with my goals despite my doubts, I began to reclaim my power. I learned to label intrusive thoughts as distractions, which allowed me to focus on what truly mattered. This chapter taught me that while I can't always control my thoughts, I can control my actions. By focusing on what I do rather than what I think, I could start moving toward my goals with clarity and confidence, unburdened by the weight of negative thinking. Bishop emphasizes that we always have a choice, even when it feels like we don't. He explains that owning our choices, rather than blaming external circumstances, is the first step toward empowerment. Accepting this truth gives us the ability to rewrite our narrative and reclaim control over our lives. I started reflecting on areas of my life where I felt stuck or powerless. Bishop's insights helped me see that in many cases, I was choosing to stay stuck by not taking action. Once I began to take ownership of my choices, even the small ones, I felt a renewed sense of agency and control over my life. For example, instead of procrastinating on difficult tasks, I reframed them as opportunities to assert my autonomy. This chapter reminded me that every moment presents an opportunity to choose. By embracing this power, I could stop making excuses and start creating the life I wanted, one decision at a time. Bishop argues that our actions, not our intentions, define who we are. He encourages readers to focus on doing rather than overthinking, explaining that taking action is the key to building confidence and momentum. Progress comes not from perfect plans, but from imperfect steps forward. I started applying this principle by setting small, achievable goals and following through on them. Whether it was committing to a daily workout or taking the first step toward a long-term goal, each action helped me build trust in myself. Bishop's Act Now, Think Later approach pushed me out of procrastination and into progress. Even when I stumbled, the act of trying reinforced my belief in my own capabilities. This chapter taught me that action is the antidote to stagnation. By focusing on what I do rather than what I plan or hope to do, I could start making real changes in my life and prove to myself that I was capable of growth. One of the biggest barriers to personal growth is focusing on things outside our control. Bishop explains that accepting what we can't control frees up energy to focus on what we can. This shift from resistance to acceptance allows us to reclaim our power and find peace. I started identifying areas where I was expending energy on things beyond my influence, such as other people's opinions or past mistakes. Bishop's advice to let it go was liberating, allowing me to redirect my energy toward areas where I could make a difference. This shift not only reduced my stress, but also increased my productivity. I began to notice how freeing it felt to release the need to control outcomes that weren't mine to dictate. This chapter taught me that acceptance is not about giving up. It's about choosing where to focus my energy. By letting go of what I couldn't control, I could fully commit to what I could and approach challenges with a clearer mindset. Bishop highlights the importance of self-talk in shaping our mindset. He explains that the way we speak to ourselves influences our beliefs and, ultimately, our actions. Positive, Empowering self-talk is a powerful tool for overcoming challenges and building resilience. I began paying attention to how I spoke to myself, replacing negative statements with affirmations like, "I can handle this," or "I have what it takes." Bishop's advice to be your own coach resonated deeply, helping me stay motivated and resilient during difficult times. Over time, I noticed that these shifts in language affected how I approached tasks and setbacks, making me more confident and proactive. This chapter reminded me that the words we use matter. By talking to myself like a winner, I could build confidence and resilience, even in the face of adversity, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Perfectionism and procrastination often go hand in hand. Bishop argues that waiting for the perfect moment is a trap that keeps us stuck. He encourages readers to take action now, even if conditions aren't ideal. Waiting, he explains, only delays progress and stifles growth. I realized how often I postponed important decisions or actions because I didn't feel ready. Bishop's reminder that done is better than perfect inspired me to start before I felt completely prepared. Each imperfect step forward brought me closer to my goals and boosted my confidence. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, I learned to embrace the messy, imperfect process of growth. This chapter taught me that progress, not perfection, is the goal. By taking action now, I could break free from procrastination and start building momentum toward the life I wanted. Bishop explains that personal growth is a lifelong journey, not a destination. He encourages readers to embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and to view setbacks as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Growth, he emphasizes, requires consistency, courage, and a willingness to adapt. I started reframing challenges as opportunities for growth, asking myself, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why is this happening to me? This mindset shift helped me approach difficulties with curiosity and resilience, turning obstacles into valuable lessons. I also began tracking my progress, celebrating small wins to stay motivated. This chapter reminded me that growth requires commitment and courage. By embracing the journey, I could keep moving forward, no matter what life threw my way, and become a stronger, more self-aware person in the process. In the final chapter, Bishop encourages readers to live intentionally, aligning their actions with their values and goals. He explains that living with intention creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment, helping us navigate life with clarity and focus. I began clarifying my values and setting goals that aligned with them. This intentional approach helped me prioritize what truly mattered, making my days more meaningful and productive. Bishop's advice to show up fully inspired me to bring my best self to everything I did. Each day became an opportunity to live in alignment with my purpose, bringing me closer to the life I envisioned. This chapter taught me that intention is the foundation of a fulfilling life. By aligning my actions with my values, I could create a life that felt purposeful and authentic, grounded in what truly mattered to me. Unfuk Yourself taught me that the key to transformation lies within. By changing my mindset, taking action, and embracing growth, I began to create the life I wanted. How can you take the first step toward King yourself today? Remember, your life is waiting for you to show up and claim it. The journey begins with a single choice. Are you ready to make it?